And we are live.
Are we live?
We are
Well,
live.
I don't know if we're live or not until somebody actually says that they can see and hear us. Because otherwise, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm confused. But we are. And what is that? Is that YouTube? No, not YouTube.
We are live on YouTube, and it's 5 people watching.
Oh, well, you got the comments turned
Oh,
on.
yeah. Let me turn it.
Okay. Finally
Punisher
had time to
X,
catch.
Hank.
Oh, Hank, yeah.
Yeah, and K Munin.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everyone.
And this is the follow up. The follow up, because as some of you are probably aware, there's nobody here yet.
Yeah,
But
we were supposed to have a
well,
collaboration.
well, all of the something might be going on. Everybody just dropped off.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, we'll see here in a second.
Okay. Well, they're starting. Maybe the YouTube video was going,
and then we can explain what all is going on. Give everybody a chance to try to come in here.
Yeah.
And then we can find out.
Can everyone see and hear us? The 2 people that are there.
Hey, you never know. There could be like 100 people.
Yeah, it could be 100 people there. So
we'll see what happens.
Video is good, sound is good. Thank you, Hank.
Okay, thank you, Hank.
Just giving y'all a heads up. Thank you, Hank. And Punisher is here. So again, and K Munin is here.
Okay.
So like we were saying, we were supposed to do a collaboration with Jason from New 80s Revolution, but he had some personal issues that came up, and he had to cancel. So it's just us. We
scheduled it, so we figured we may as well go ahead.
Yeah, come on anyway. Because some people, they plan to come on and watch. And we didn't just want to cancel it and not say anything. Yeah. So we figured we'll just come on, shoot the breeze for a while. If anybody shows up, we'll talk to you like we always do.
Yeah.
If you're here just to see him, then he's not here. And thank you for dropping by. Anyway, sorry about that. Hey, Robert. But yeah, that's what happened. So we're just gonna press on. You know how we do.
Yeah.
We just move on. We don't let nothing stop us.
We have, I've got a few other things lined up, and hopefully we won't run into that again. But we've been okay.
Nostalgia. That's Chase. His name is Chase.
We'll I don't think we've really had an issue like that before with somebody having to cancel.
No, but I mean, like I said, life happens. Life continues to move on. It happens, and then it's nothing you can do about it. Like they say, you don't cry over spilled milk. You just keep on moving.
No, you lick that milk off the table because somebody paid for that.
Chance. I said Chase because we were just watching Falcon's Crest, but his name is Chance. His name is Chance. I said Chase. But hey, podcast. I'm going to call you podcast because I always mess people's name up, and I call them by the first thing I see. So
it's my friend Wildly.
Hey, Wildly. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all good person. Love talking with you too. Would love you to collab with Uncle Tim. We reached out to Uncle Tim. We're waiting for him to respond. So, all we can do is reach out. If people respond and say that they're willing to come on, then hey. If not, we continue to roll forward.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing here tonight. Hey, Gilgamesh, how are you?
Like the old song, Bell System song. Reach out and touch someone. Reach out and just say hi. But the first 5 for $1.05 when you used to have to pay for long distance.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah. Well, they still get you. You're still getting gouged, but you're not paying by the minute anymore. That's the only difference.
Anyway, we were
what were we doing?
We were watching today that I heard. I'm sure many of you have heard about it. The that comic book scam.
Oh,
that's going on. Yeah. The comic book scam that's going on. Who is it? Oh, the stupid Facebook prompt.
You have to click the arrow.
Oh, click the arrow. Get it out of the way.
Because there is
Elite Action Joe. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, there's a thing where apparently, and the whole like so-called influencer comic book YouTube community is all in this uproar, and they're all, oh my god, CGC, is CGC gonna fail now, and all this other stuff. You know how it goes. Basically what happened, let me break it down and make it simple. There is a guy who lives on the West Coast who did not counterfeit slabs, counterfeited the books. So he carefully broke some CGC slabs on the very bottom, slid the book out, and made like a very professional photostat of the book, put it back in, and then sealed it. So these books were obviously broken open. It's, they were carefully done.
Yeah.
But if you examined it, because they use an ultrasonic device to heat seal it, so it's seamless. So it didn't look right on the bottom anyway. You could tell, okay, wait a minute, this is kind of rough. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But it was a Hulk #1, Spider-Man #1, stuff like this, big dollar books in like upper mid grades. So they were worth around 50,000 ish a piece. And so these people bought these books, and then upon closer examination, they're like, hey, wait a minute, something's off. And what was off was, of course, it wasn't a real comic book in there. It was like a bundled photostat. So if you had been able to examine the case properly, or like I do, look at the book with a magnifying glass, you would have caught it in person. But these people paid for it, got their book shipped, and then they're like, wait a minute. And that's not CGC's fault.
Yeah.
That somebody did that, number one. Number two, there's not too much CGC can really do about it. And number three, that's rare, because I haven't heard of anybody else really doing that. And it's been caught, and there's already this police report's been made. There's an investigation
because they know who it is. Because I think it was sold through eBay.
Yeah, so it's being dealt with. So there's no flying into panic mode and thinking, oh, you see, all your slabs are worthless now. Like is being implied is kind of jumping the gun there. Mark Franco, Venus Soldier.
Hank is asking, and we talked about this before, are we in a holding pattern from buying and collecting because he's saving up some money? And we talked about this before. I know I am. Not because I'm waiting for a big show. It's just because I'm kind of tired of collecting, because like I said before, the quality of merchandise.
Yeah, modern stuff specifically. I mean, we always gravitate towards vintage anyways, whether it's toys, action figures, or comic books. But, we dabble in new stuff, but have been so disappointed with a lot of the new stuff because of poor quality and or exorbitant prices in some cases, that we're just like, maybe we got to back off for a while, especially since a lot of it doesn't seem to do very well aftermarket anyways, which is predictable.
Yeah,
because it's modern. Modern stuff, it doesn't do well aftermarket. It's all pristine. The older stuff is expensive for a reason. It's hard to find.
Yeah, and like when a show is coming up that we want to go to, we set money aside for the show. So you say, okay, I'm gonna take out some money every month or however long before the show, set it aside just for the show. Maybe because I know where I work, I can do extra things to make money. So I might do a couple of extra things to make extra money so I could have it for the show, that kind of stuff. But just right now, it seems like I've just got the not so enthused with collecting. Robert says, wow, crazy. Well, I'm not into crazy comic prices. Not a connoisseur. I just get reprints or omnibus or maybe a Marvel DC Digest. Actually surprised you don't get those large Marvel DC annuals.
We have omnibus. We do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do omnibus more than David does. But yeah, I have omnibus. Trade paperbacks, not so much, and I'm not too big into the annuals that much. But yeah, but I'm not big into grading books, so I won't really buy a graded book. And that's another thing that's been circulating. A lot of people saying, well, if you just buy raw books, that wouldn't happen to you. What happened with that? You buy what you want.
Yeah, of course.
People are gonna screw you over.
And people are going to have something to say too. And we did a whole video on that some time ago.
Yeah.
And but it's two primary reasons. Well, three primary reasons people grade, because I know people ask about it all the time. It's like either preservation, historical value, especially something that's a lot older. You don't want anything else to happen to it. If you want like a good round number for if you had to sell it, because it's kind of hard to argue about what grade it is once it's been graded. Because you can sit there and argue with somebody all day with what the condition of a book is while they're trying to finagle a price.
Yeah,
they can't really do that with a slab. And then also a lot of people like the way it displays. They like the way it looks.
Soldier 92 says he likes to rearrange his collection every so often. It re-sparks a joy, and it does.
Yeah.
And we do that. We'll go through and I'll take a whole wall down and and put something else up, and that's fine.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric. Our day went well today. So I like to do that too. But just like I said, you see the new things that are coming out because we do the weekly roundup and stuff like that. And it's just nothing there really to spark your interest. But with the stuff that I already have, oh yeah, I like seeing those things, rearranging, moving things around, that kind of stuff. It's just adding to. It's just, got a little tired of it.
Yeah, we do the same thing, nostalgic, because we didn't go to the big one downtown this weekend. But we do go to the Atlanta Comic Convention. What's that? Do like other YouTubers, hey, all I want to go SDC, send us money so I can go. Oh, do they do that?
I don't know if they do that.
Do they sit there and say and ask for
donations,
for viewers, fans? Yeah, fan of the channel, can you help me out so I can totally get to the comic show? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know if I would do that. Hey, William.
He said he's at work. He can't hear anything. He just wanted to stop in and say hi. I don't
know if I would be comfortable doing that.
Oh, please, our YouTube family, send us some money so we can go to the next Comic Con and buy a ton of stuff so we can show off to you guys. No. No.
Or
that doesn't seem right.
Or some of those old televangelists too. I am done. I am done here. If I don't see some numbers coming up on this screen, then you will no longer get the word from me.
Stop it. I saw several Beast War reissues today at Walmart. Every card was bent. Half of the bubbles were coming off.
Well, it's Hasbro saving on glue, huh? Is that what it is?
Nostalgic doesn't like slabs, but 15,000 of my books are raw. Wow, that's good. Marvel 60s to 94. That's all you only collect Marvel.
Yeah,
okay.
I do part and part. I do some slabs. Yeah, I do slabs, but most of my stuff's loose.
Yeah. I got a couple of slabs, and it is a few books that I have that I want to get slab, but I won't buy a slab book, and I don't like I'd rather have my books raw, but I do have a couple that I want to see in a case, and I'm gonna have it slab, but it's not gonna be a regular thing. You're not gonna see a monthly unboxing. Oh, this is back from CGC or whatever. I ain't not in there like all that. They just made a new He-Man Origins. He looks like Cody Rhodes. Oh, did I see that? No, I didn't see it. But I know. Oh, okay. The Origins is getting a little tiresome too, because it seemed like they keep making the same characters, and there was quite a few characters on Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
It was quite a few, and they could make more characters.
Well, a lot of those characters were invented by Filmation. So there's that issue. There's that issue.
I thought you had the rights to the show.
To a point.
Oh, okay.
Because there were things that Filmation did to present the show, like Mattel had stuff and showed concepts and said, put this in the show, like the attack track, or stuff like that, or Dragon Walker. Remember that one episode with the Dragon Walker in it?
Yeah.
Just so it could be in there, slowest vehicle in the universe.
I thought they made that pitiful.
So they could sell the damn toy.
Yeah.
That's why. So because there were times where Mattel was like, put this in the show. And that's why you see something that only appears once or twice.
Yeah.
But and then the attack track didn't even look like the attack track. But there were other characters that they made for the show expositionally. Like who was he? Demon Seed or whatever, the plant guy who
Mossman?
Not Mossman, the other one, the evil one.
Oh, Evil Seed.
Evil Seed.
Oh, okay.
I thought I said Demon Seed.
Yeah.
But that was Filmation, so you had to get special permission.
Oh.
And then they finally, they made it. Super 7 did it. But then you gotta negotiate with them on everything.
Oh, okay.
Because they have the rights to their characterizations, even though they were made for. So they can't use them on their own. But then you gotta buy the rights from them for each one.
Yeah, Robert. I like the Flash Gordon, and I wanted to collect. I was trying to collect the original set, I guess volume 1, because it came out a couple of times. Yeah. But I kind of got turned off with the Mandrake and the Phantom.
You're okay. You're okay, nostalgia.
Overcome. Oh no. Comment all you want. We'll, have to
you're
stop.
Okay.
But yeah. I kind of got turned off with those two books because I read them and they were kind of cheesy.
Yeah, the early like Golden Age ones are more for kids.
Yeah,
they're more for kids. So
3 to 4 live streams, loving it. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Reston.
Yeah, Reston is here.
And Wiley was Evil Seed.
Yeah, Evil Seed.
You guys look awesome, 60-inch. Oh, yeah, you still watching this on the TV? That's the only way I watch YouTube. I can't watch it
you can't
on the
watch
phone.
It on your smartwatch?
No.
We haven't seen the first one.
No.
I never saw The Mandalorian. We don't have Netflix anyway. Or is it Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
We don't have that either.
We don't have Disney Plus. Any service you got to pay for, we don't have. We only have Amazon.
We're done with that.
Yeah. And we pay for Amazon, and then you put all of the apps on it. So we got the free apps. We got Peacock because Peacock comes with Comcast, so they wrapped it in the price.
But we hardly watch any of that anyways. We usually watch our own stuff on DVD.
Yeah, I mean, I watch sometime. We watch Tubi a lot. We do watch that because there's a lot of stuff come on Tubi.
Okay.
You don't know.
But I don't know anything about. I didn't even see the last film that was done from the most recent trilogy. I didn't really care because I didn't like the direction they were going in anyways. But I haven't seen any of the Star Wars shows, and to me it sounds like a roller coaster because first of all, to me a season is not 6 or 8 episodes because I'm old school, and secondly, it's if you're watching it and you're like, oh, I didn't like the first show, but the second one was okay. But then the third show I didn't like, and the fourth one was okay. Well, 50% of the show sucks. Why are you still invested in it? I would have given up. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to sitting there hoping it'll get better. And maybe it will, and maybe it won't. That's frustrating. Oh, Reston's in Vegas.
Yeah, that guy.
He gets around.
Yeah, is a guy in Vegas, Arkham Arkham Comics. He goes to a lot of the shows.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, we watch him on YouTube. I like him. Older guy. I got some old
Alex Raymond, Flash Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Very pricey. Not into Mandrake. Love Flash though.
Yeah. Gnomesky is here. Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Lost 2 million. They lost a bunch this year.
2.4.
Yeah, this year in 2023.
And they had an explanation though.
Yeah.
They said they gave different explanations every time they were interviewed. It's actually kind of funny because first they said it was because of the C virus.
Yeah.
That's why. And then they said it was because of internet going down in India.
What India got to do with the U.S.?
No idea. But that was it. And they had another one. I can't remember what it was. Another really lame excuse. How about bad content?
Yeah.
How about that, guys?
People don't want to watch that garbage.
How about bad writing?
Yeah.
And people just got tired of you. Oh, Peacock. Oh, it comes with WWE pay-per-views. Yeah. I don't watch the old WWF stuff.
They have a WWF channel, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah, because I would watch anything from before 1995.
Yeah. We watch Pluto too because it's free, and they got a lot of game shows. I like watching the game show channel, and then they got the Mystery Science channel and the what's the other one? Mystery Science Rift Tracks channel. Yeah.
But they play the same damn things over and over again.
They do.
It's like they have 10 episodes and they play it for like 6 months.
That's the one thing about Pluto, because they have all of those channels, but they play the same. They cycle through the same, maybe 10, 20 episodes over and over and over again. And the same with the game show channel that they have. It's the same stuff constantly. So it's like, okay, obviously you got access to the material. Why don't you play more of it? I don't know how it works, but I would think that they would play more. I remember when a TV show was 30 episodes.
Well, yeah, because it was typically 32 to 36 because it was for exactly half of the weeks of the year, a little more, and then they would play those same episodes in the same time slot one more time in a rerun that year. And if you missed it after that, you were just screwed unless it popped up on a UHF station.
Yeah. Robert's still into the MCU and Mandalorian and all that. He bought everything on DVD. I only have Disney Plus for the Star Wars show. Otherwise, I don't watch
People turn it on and off.
They're
like get the subscription, cancel it. Get the subscription, cancel it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. I would like to see Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night on DVD. Okay. I want to see Werewolf by Night come up on DVD. I hope it does.
Buzzing about it. Like,
yeah.
You don't hear that often. A lot of times people, you get your onesie twosies. I liked it. But most of the time it's people that are like, oh, that show was terrible. I don't know why I watched it, or I had barely got through it. You still watched it. But hey, what can I do?
The entire season.
But when we were at the Atlanta Comic Convention the day after it aired, and everybody was like flipping, oh wow, that was actually really good. Why can't they do every Marvel show like this? I don't know. but that's, and of course that meant that everything with Man-Thing went nuts.
Yeah, that's when the books went up.
Books that once upon a time were $60 or $80 were now in the $250-300 range out of nowhere. That's the reason why Buzzer Classic. Oh yeah, is so repetitive because they have to convert videotapes to digital to air them. Buzzer needs to hire more people. We've seen Buzzer.
Yeah, that's why Supermarket
Sweeps. David Ruprecht. I love Ruprecht. That show is ridiculous.
Yeah, they have a show on there.
That show makes me mad. If you can't get at least $1,000 worth of groceries into that cart, never mind the bonuses, you're a moron. I'm sorry. They drive me crazy. Oh, let's see how you did. Oh, $274. What did you do? Take a nap? You lay down in the aisle? Go to sleep? I don't know what happened. And it's oh, that's okay. It's anybody's game. Or like when they can't find the item in the aisle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, go. I think it's funny when he yells at them too. He tells them the clue. You could sometimes, I think, Rupert's getting kind of frustrated.
All of those.
He's reading the clue. He reads the clue to the person, and then the time starts, and then he reads it again. And it's like, go! And then they start running. What are we looking for?
All of those TV show hosts get annoyed though, and you can tell. Like sometimes,
yeah.
You can watch it and tell that they're just annoyed. I know Patrick Sajak just be having like just meltdown sometimes.
You know who's really bad though?
Who?
Oh God, what's his name? Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek on what's that show? Classic Concentration. He is rude. He can be rude to people.
He is.
He can. He can be.
And sometimes he's very inappropriate. He says some things sometimes. You're like, Alex, I don't think you should have said that.
Yeah.
To the women.
There are things.
Would a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Transformer clone movie?
They'd ruin it. They would screw that all up.
Power Rangers and Transform. I don't know. I don't care for those crossover type movies films, because it never seems to be a good fit.
Yeah, they make it fit. They will make it fit.
I know. I don't know. At least with Amazon Prime streaming, you get free shipping. Yeah, that's why I got it. I've had Amazon Prime for years before they started streaming.
You know what the best one is?
What?
Press Your Luck. Press Your Luck.
Oh,
those people are stupid. It's like, are you gonna go again? And they're up like $32,000, and it's like, and they got two things, and the guy next to him's got like $1,000. Can we pass the two buzzes over to this guy so that you don't get screwed? I'm gonna go again, and then 0, and then the little cartoon comes out and laughs at you. Oh, I'm sorry. And you see sweat just pouring down his face. Those people are stupid. What did Kenny Rogers say? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. They just can't stop.
Yeah, we do watch those
stuff like that.
Yeah, Forensic Files, 2020, Dateline, 48 Hours, Snapped. What's that one with the women? I can't remember the name, but if it's some kind of true crime,
yeah,
I watch it.
Yeah, that's where you learn that you probably never want to be before a jury. Oh, Donald is here. Thanks for joining us, Donald.
If I ever got something happened to me and I have to go in front of a judge for murder or something, I'm getting a judge trial. I am not going in front of a jury.
Because every other episode is about some guy that went to prison for 10 years and it turned out he was innocent. It's just like, oh crap.
Oh yeah, Richard Dawson was big on that.
But that was socially acceptable at the time.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It was the culture for the time period. People greeted that way, and we've gotten away from that sort of a thing. So for him to do that with the female guests was culturally appropriate at the time. Oh, it's just a little peck. Hey, how you doing?
Sometimes he kissed long.
People did that with women. Yeah, that's something else.
Because we watched a match game, and he'll be on there. He'll kiss the women, and sometimes there'll be long kisses. Mm-hmm. That's it, a little bit too long. A big scam when the one guy knew when to hit the window.
Really?
Oh, wow, okay.
I hadn't heard that.
Elizabeth Banks was good.
Oh, we don't know anything about the new one, but we watched.
Oh yeah, Cocaine Bear. You were talking about that.
Not somebody was. Robert, I think was talking. Robert, did you go see Cocaine? Who saw Cocaine Bear? Because we heard it was a total bust. We haven't seen it, so we can't judge. But we heard it was a bust, and that's Zombies here. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen. There's an animated Batman with Ninja Turtles. I heard the comic was okay. And
they did the crossover toys.
Yes.
We watched all of Unsolved Mysteries. I love Unsolved Mysteries. I used to watch it as a kid when it came out. And then I recently rewatched all 7 seasons. Because I love that show. I loved it as a kid.
Robert Stack.
I watched the Robert Stack and the Dennis Farina version.
Dennis Farina. Dennis Farina was the star of what was that? What was the name of that show? There was a 50s crime show. It used to be on NBC.
I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah. He was also on Law and Order too. One of the Law and Orders. Because he died. I think he was on there right before he died. My wife loved the murder shows. Should I worry?
But she should realize you can't get away with nothing.
You can.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Richard Dawson, of course, he was European.
Oh, is he?
Well,
they are
British,
kissers.
right?
I don't know.
Anyways, but still, yeah. Uncarded Reviews.
Hey, Uncarded Reviews. I had jury duty a few weeks ago. Got kicked from every panel.
I haven't been on jury duty for a long, long time, but I have been on it a few times in the past, and it is not. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody has got a real negative opinion. You don't want anything to do with jury duty.
I never been on jury duty. I got called one time, and I was in the not the main group, the little side group, and then they kicked all the side group out, and I was never. I got a letter for them one time, but then I didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't take
Match Game was good too.
The Match Game was good.
That was a funny show.
Oh, Robert was saying he likes Steve. I don't like Steve Harvey. I used to, but I don't like him. Oh,
overrated.
Overrated.
So it's a snake on a plane. Snakes on a plane. Okie doke. On Blu-ray.
I heard that Cocaine Man was outperformed. Yeah, I heard that too.
I heard everything outperformed Quantumania.
Because nobody wanted to see it, so they were like, "Oh, well, let's just go see Cocaine Bear."
Yeah,
and then didn't like
it's just cheesy B sci-fi film. It still looks like it belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Because I saw the trailer for it, and it do look like a cheesy movie, and I love those cheesy movies like that. But maybe it was just the cheese effect was too much for some people.
Or maybe they tried too hard to make it that way.
Make it cheesy?
That's what killed the new Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because the new show, it's not good. It's really not that good. The reboot with the new cast. I mean, because the thing about the old Mystery Science Theater, there was a charm to it.
Yeah.
A lot of it was improvised. You know, it's just some guys sitting on the floor with a couple of puppets, because they were on the floor, by the way. They had it with a cutout, like a cardboard cutout of seats behind them, and they're just kind of sitting on the floor there. That's why when they get up, they go way up over here. But and the set is just all kinds of junk that they glued to the wall and spray painted. One guy was working for free. There's a charm to that, to doing it that way. They try to reproduce that charm, and you can feel it. It feels fake.
Yeah,
everything's rehearsed.
Yeah.
Can we do it in a song? Sure, Servo. Shut up. You know, and they have to hire professional Muppet puppeteers to work the puppets. It's a gumball machine with a string. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that. They did too much to make it feel, to try to duplicate the charm of the original show, and you can get a sense of it, I think, watching it.
The cheesy movies I like to watch weren't intended to be cheesy.
Yeah, they just worked with what they had and did the best they could.
And then it came out cheesy. You know, they didn't say, "Oh man, let's go make a cheesy disaster film with the worst CGI ever."
And sometimes you end up with some gems that way, because even though they suck, they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I like it, because they are fun to watch.
Oh, no, I didn't see that, Rustin. I didn't see that. But he's going to crank out page punchers now. It doesn't surprise me. What are page
punchers?
That's those McFarlane action figures that have a comic attached.
Okay.
Love Connection?
I used to watch Love Connection.
Oh, what's the name of that show? How to End a Marriage?
No, Love Connection was when you went on a date.
I'm thinking a Newlywed Game.
Yeah, no.
After watching how people talk on the Newlywed Game, I'm like, that marriage ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna last.
They won't. Yeah, they don't do nothing if you don't.
It depends.
Go to jury
because
duty.
Technically they can hold you in contempt.
Oh well, they never said nothing when I didn't show up.
And you'll get pulled over one day, and then they'll be like, "You realize you have a warrant for contempt of court?" And it's like, what?
Oh, okay.
I've heard of that happening. It depends on the county.
Well, I had moved counties too, and that's one reason why I didn't go, because we had moved. So I got the call to go for one county, but I moved to another. I was like, well, I don't live over there no more. So
you probably get an excuse for that then. BJ and the Cocaine. I remember BJ and the Bear.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
Do y'all think Ty McFarlane will do any of the Kenner superhero? I thought he's already doing that.
No, he's doing the remakes of the Superpowers collection from what, 84? 84 and 85? If there is a call for it, he cranks stuff. He does too much, but if there's something that he thinks the fans actually want, he'll do it.
Okay.
So if there's a call for it, he'll probably do it.
That reminds me of that song Alice's Restaurant, where he went to
That's a great song.
If you haven't heard Alice's Restaurant, you got to hear it. It is a good song.
You can do anything you want in Alice's Restaurant. Except for Alice.
Sharknado is good when you watch it on Riff Track.
Yeah, Riff Tracks is great with that. But Alice's Restaurant, because it's a 60s song, and it's really long, and half of it is in verse. He sings, and then he cuts to verse, and it's something the guy just randomly did live on a radio program. It was great, and people, because it's like a half hour long.
Yeah, it's a half hour song.
He goes with it,
and he just and it sounds made up, but I looked it up. It's a true story.
Yeah.
Everything he's saying.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah, everything that he's saying actually.
So much so that in the 60s, late 60s, they actually made a live action film based on that song. But it was so popular, they brought him back to do it again.
Yeah.
And so he did it again, and then it actually got pressed. It actually got put to an album. And traditionally, because it was originally done on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Radio stations for a long time still will play that song on Thanksgiving, even if they don't play it the whole rest of the year.
Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving song now.
Technically, yeah, but it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a fun song to listen to. Class of '84. I think I saw that. Isn't that set in the future? And it's like a high school teacher and all kinds of stuff. I think we saw that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's set in the future, and it's like some rundown high school, and it's a lot of problems going on, and they got a new teacher that comes in and all kind of this and that. I don't know. I heard chimpanzees are incredibly powerful and scary. Why did Skip my comment on Master of the Universe CGI?
What
I didn't see a comment. You did.
He can say it again.
But say it again. Yeah. I don't remember seeing it.
Because there's a lot of stuff in here. If we overlook something, it scrolls pretty quickly.
Yeah, so just type it again and I'll read it.
Yeah, we'll see what it is.
Hasbro owns
yes.
Kenner. Okay, Marvel Legends with the
that's
logo.
What they've been doing, and the Star Wars retro with the Kenner on it. But because they bought the Kenner in like the early '90s.
Hank says jury duty is good because you get full pay from work and jury duty pay and get to play golf after being in court all day.
Yeah, I didn't have good experiences with jury duty. I ended up being the 12th angry man, if you will.
Michael G. Fox was in it?
Don't you people pay attention to anything? Are you listening at all? I get frustrated on jury duty. It's because they don't pay. I've never been on a jury where anyone was listening, anybody was paying attention. They all have that, if he's here, he's guilty of something attitude. It's like, you don't know. Shut up. How would you like to be sitting in there and have a jury like this back here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Crime Story. That's was the name of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opening theme song, Runaway. That's right.
You're a Little Runaway?
Yeah. Little Runaway, and it was the actual song.
Yeah, now because they did do a part 2, Class of '99, and they had the robot teacher.
That's right. I remember that one.
But in the first one, it was like just a regular teacher, but the school was like It was like set in the future, and it was like
it was like the court appointed school. Everybody in there was badasses. Yeah. Know that you're going to destroy someone's life doesn't sound appealing. Yeah, and then God forbid the person turns out to be innocent, because that does happen.
Yeah.
And
we see a lot of that in those
crime
true crime shows, and just like somebody was saying, they were watching Unsolved Mysteries. You see a lot of it on Unsolved Mysteries, and it's just sad that and you hear those jury, and they're like, well, I don't think well, they didn't give us enough information, but we found him guilty because he was guilty of something. He did something.
Yeah, the detective's unapologetic. Oh, well, the judge, yeah, it happens. DA, we did our best. Yeah. Nobody apologizes. If you would even want
an what is an apology going to do?
Well, there was that guy, and I forget his name, but just recently in the news, because it happens all the time, but you only hear the big ones in the news.
In a bit. Hey, Master Magnetism.
28 years, and he just got out because he was innocent. They discovered he was innocent. That's in Missouri. And they knew he was, and didn't want to go back to trial. They had to sue to go back to trial. And a law had to be changed in 2021 to allow for them to take him to a retrial, because his initial court denied him a retrial or some kind of nonsense. And so it's like, you got two other guys sitting in jail for a few years now that are the guilty party, and they are, but you're holding him still.
We're going to continue to talk about toys and nostalgia and stuff like that. So Kay Munin says that because of that new package, nothing sells. They're getting a Funko level just sitting there.
Yeah, well, people don't like the box.
No.
They don't like the boxes.
No. I think Pam Grier was in. I seem like I remember her being in one of those movies, but I don't remember Michael J. Fox. Oh yeah, Into the Night. That song was creepy, but the song was fine until you saw the video. Then it got real creepy. It went to like creep mode really fast when you saw the video, because Into the Night, the guy, he's like 50 years old. He's talking to the little teenage girl. She looked like she's about 14, and they're riding on the carpet. He's looking in the window.
16 years old. Or so. Yeah. But yeah, you have to see the video to really get. You see like a guy who looks like he's 60 with a mullet, looking in the window of this teenage girl laying on her bed. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. This song just went in a whole different direction. Yeah. And then they're riding on a magic carpet flying, and it's like, oh no.
Because when you just hear the song, it's like, oh, okay, that's a cool song. But when you look at the video, it just go to like super creep mode, because the guy is so old, and the girl looked like she about 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
When they mix politics with law enforcement, there is no justice in the system. David don't respond. I stand up.
We try not to get
too political. So we're gonna skip all of your jury duty comments. No. All I have is shorts. Another reason I hate jury
Show
duty.
Up in shorts. They'll probably send you home.
Yeah.
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 So are roads.
Yeah. Okay, enough of that. Animated figure. Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff saying that they're coming in, even from people that bought it online.
Yeah, bought it directly from Hasbro Pulse, arriving with missing parts, or the wrists are breaking. It was funny. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I won't say it was like a great movie, but it was fun to watch. It's the class of 1984 and the class of 1999, because it was a sequel. And watch both. They're cool shows to watch.
Yeah.
Boy, have I got a story for you guys. Okay.
Do you now?
NECA Haulathon was a pain. Found Rex 1 and Lotus 2-pack.
Mona Lisa Sunday at the random end cap. Most of it was gone. I got lucky after going to 3 Targets.
Wow. You went on a hunt. Toy Talk.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick. Yeah, like I said, we try to leave the political and social stuff at the door because it should be a sanctuary from that. The world's crazy enough. But sometimes you get sucked in.
Oh, the Yellow Submarine. I don't think I ever heard that song.
Yeah, well, it's Yellow Submarine is a Beatles song, and it's on the original Sgt. Pepper album.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if there's a hidden meaning in that. But no, I don't mind the Beatles. I like the Beatles.
Yeah, right. I think the whole band is overrated.
You know who's overrated is
Queen.
Oh yeah, don't get me going. Queen, they're a good band, but not to the stellar pedestal that they've been placed on in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big quality control issues.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been complaining about them.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been doing videos about it too.
Even Pixel Dan had negative things to say about it. You know how he's tied in with Hasbro.
But, hey, number one. Don't talk like that.
I'm just teasing.
Hey, number one, Marvel fan, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Indiana Jones. Okay, we haven't seen that in the stores yet.
Well, we saw just the one that they on the weekly roundup that they showed, the one that's carded like an old figure.
No, I mean we haven't seen it in the stores, is what I'm saying. We haven't seen the
stores. No.
Everyone is after the Ninja Turtle accessories pack. Oh, okay. They got an accessory pack? Overrated. How dare you? They are. Queen is not overrated. Okay. I mean, everybody got what they like.
Yeah.
I know on the radio around here, it seems like it's just dominated by Queen songs.
Yeah. And you get tired of it after a while, no matter how good it is.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be so bad if they played different Queen songs. Just don't play the same 4 Queen songs because they have other songs. But they play the same one over and over and over again.
And there's better music, and then there's stuff you never hear that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, they are out already?
Okay.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in the store, but sometimes in some of the stores around here, you wait about 2 months, and then the shelves are stocked with product.
That's terrible, mister.
But I mean, even the family chose McDonald's. To plot it together in the entire size suite. Oh no,
that's terrible.
Oh no,
that's terrible.
Def Leppard. Agree, you're right. When I see Flash Gordon in theaters, I was loving me some Queen.
Yeah, and they did some good music for that, and they did some good music for Highlander too.
Yeah, I'm getting a Thunder Tank. Super 7 sent out an email about 2 weeks ago, and they said that you needed to confirm your address by the 24th of February. So I'm guessing in the next week or two they're gonna start shipping it out. Mm-hmm. But I did buy it, and I did buy a Lionel and Panthro to go with it.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that I would take out of the box. I'll take it out to review, but when I finally do display it, I will display it.
It's a big box.
Yeah, and when I'm ready to display it, I bought a Panthro and Lionel to open to put with it, so it can kind of make it look like something.
Like they're doing something.
Yeah.
And then Lionel can be reckless with it and get it stuck somewhere, and Panthro can push it out.
Actually, we started listening to Amazon music because you can stream that, and they don't play commercials at all. So, I like Photograph. I like that song. Yep. I only thing I'm hurting is a neck of black and white.
Hunting.
Oh yeah, hunting. Mm-hmm. Oh, hunting. Yeah, you said that it's not easy. Oh, yeah. You'll definitely find it on eBay. They don't have it on Big Bad Toy Store. Because eBay might have it for a lot because they know nobody else can find it. Princess of the Universe was one of their best until they get in the middle of the song and change the sound pace.
He's talking about Queen.
Queen. I don't know that song.
Princes of the Universe.
I don't know that song. I can't stand regular radio. Yeah.
I'm sick of all the commercials.
All
or
of the
repetition.
The repetition. The commercials too are crazy. At my store, several domestic toys were at above. Actually, figure out how do these companies plan to compete against Japanese imports quality.
Yeah, because they get the American division Bandai of the SH Figure Arts, and those carded versions are cheap.
If you happen to
Toy Fair booklets from 2008 to 2011. No, I don't have any more modern ones.
You got a bunch from the 50s and 60s, right?
No, I've got mostly 70s and 80s and a couple of 90s.
Oh, he was asking if they're out because Canada never gets any. We haven't seen them.
Yeah, we haven't seen them yet.
Not in our area, but then, like I said, I noticed in our area stuff don't get there when it's supposed to come out. But if you wait about 2-3 months, then the shelves will be flooded with it, and that's how it is where we are.
Yeah,
other people will be showing stuff
after the employees made all they could off of eBay. They'll start letting it go on the shelves.
The Universal backgrounds. Don't recall if I asked before. Did you guys order the Tommy
Diecast Enterprise? No.
No. What for Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, Master of the Universe was pretty well dead. Guess Sir Scott was right for the
Canuck market, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, he says it should be shipping soon.
Yeah, like I said, got the email about 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, the box is really big from what we've seen.
Yeah, we saw the
massive.
Yeah, line isn't great, but if you find the figures on sale, they aren't bad. And I don't open mine, so they look fine to me. How do you guys decide when to remove sell an item from your collection? I'm running out of room.
Oh, we don't. Well, basically, we pack it up. We pack it up and put it in a tote and put it away. And then, like a couple of years later, when you open the tote again and you say to yourself, "Oh, wow, this is where this is," then you keep it. And if you open it and say, "Why the hell did I buy this?" then you can go ahead and sell it. That's essentially the system.
Yeah, I mean, I don't sell anything. I mean, if it's a duplicate, because it is a couple of toys that I have duplicates of. Even comic books I have duplicates of. I'll sell it. But just to say, "Oh, I'm tired of this, I'm selling it," no. I'll put it away in a tote and put it in a garage or something. But just to sell it, because you didn't hear so many stories about people say, "Oh man, I used to have that. I sold it because I got tired of my collection. And now 10 years, 5 years, 10 years later, I wish I had it." And then they try to go back and buy it and it costs more, more than what they paid originally. And sometimes when you got it the first time, you got it aftermarket. Because imagine if you have a Transformers collection and you sell it all. And then 10 years later, you want it again. It's more than it costs today. You're going to pay more than what you sold it for.
Yeah.
So, I ain't doing all that. I just put it in a tote, set it to the side, and come back to it later.
People forgot about that one.
What?
The 80s Tarzan film
with
Christopher Lambert.
Joe's done. Davis on it. The classified line.
I gave up because I couldn't find them.
Yeah, he gave up. Like, I gave up on the NECA Ninja Turtles, but I didn't sell mine. I just quit buying it. And, I just keep what I have and don't buy anymore.
No, we don't have art books.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think we have anything like that.
I love seeing Picard. What happened to...
Depressing. He looks defeated. What happened to my Picard? He got old. He might not even want to do it, really, the actor. Patrick Stewart, he might not even want to really do it anymore.
Do you got... Yeah,
she's got a ton of them.
Yeah, I got a lot of Jada Metal toys. They have a One Punch Man diecast coming out. It looks pretty nice. Sadly, I know zero about diecast cars. Yeah, I own a bunch of the movies and TV shows. Some, because they did some for movies, they did some for TV shows, and of course they did like the Batmans and
yeah, they started a wrestling line.
Yeah, they started a wrestling line, which I was hoping they would continue, but they only made one vehicle for it, and that was what's his name?
Macho Man.
Macho Man. Yeah, I showed a video, I think I did a video of my Jada Metal vehicles. I have some. I have only a few from other companies like Ertl. I have the General Lee.
Oh yeah.
From like Ertl, and I have one other company. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I love Jada Metal diecast cars. I only buy the ones that's for mainly movies and TV shows, though. I'm too scared to sell anything on eBay or store. As soon as you over, David gives me anxiety.
It's rare, but it happens. You can run into problems on eBay. You know, it's any selling platform, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only a handful of toys I regret not picking up when I had a chance or selling them too soon. Yeah. I only buy vintage now. Modern prices killed it for me. I have parted with different parts of my collection and started new ones. Now G.I. Joe vintage turtles are my ones. Okay. That's good. At least you focus and got something in mind that you want to do. So, don't just sell off all of your stuff and then sit.
Yeah, you might end up regretting it later on. There's just a lot of sob stories on out there about people who they were forced to sell their collection. They didn't have a choice and they regretted it, you know, or it was gone. Somebody threw it away. Somebody disposed of it. It was stolen. A lot of things happen, and then it's hard to replace.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand when you have to sell because something comes up, life happens. You got to pay a bill. You had an accident, sickness. Things happen that cause you to have to, and that's one thing. But if you just sell it because you're just tired of it, I don't know. I think it should wait. I mean, that's just me. I wait. I don't,
like these are a bunch of LPH's original Masters of the Universes, and a lot of those came from a lot that she bought from a guy whose car broke down.
Yeah,
and he had to replace the car.
Yeah, he needed the money.
He needed the money, and he was just hoping he would find a collector rather than having to sell out to a dealer.
Yeah,
and there she was, and they worked it out.
Yeah,
but that it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, Jada Metals. I like it. Now with a lot of the stuff, well, I don't know what you're interested in, but even in the aftermarket, the prices are not that bad because you can still find stuff that's a few years old on eBay, and the prices aren't that bad. For some reason, Jada Metals don't do that well price wise in the aftermarket, so you can find it cheap, almost the same price as you would in the store.
Yeah.
When they were in the store, they really don't go up that much. You can buy them. I think on Big Bad Toy Store sells a lot of their stuff, and it looks like they're getting back into action figures because they were doing like pop style figures a few years ago, and I was buying those, and then they stopped, and now it looks like they're getting back into that. So you never got the Jada car. I got the Knight Rider, and I got the Christine, and I have car. Yeah, I got all of those.
Knight Rider car, or he's talking about a different car?
He's talking about the car from Knight Rider. The one that
Kit's Evil Twin.
Yeah, Kit's Evil Twin. Yeah, I have all three of those. The one I didn't get was the damaged Christine. That one I didn't get. I want to get it, and I forgot about it actually because Robert, the one that told me about it, and I looked at it for a while. Now that one, the price is high. I don't know if it's gone up at all, but I never get it. I only collect the cartoon NECA Turtles line, but that still is done. with the movie stuff a couple years ago. I never got the movie one. That was the one that was at Walmart.
Exclusives, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting the one that was at Target. But when they first came out, you couldn't find it. And it just got annoying, just going around all over the place trying to find it, going to Target like every day looking for it.
Yeah, the whole hunt. A lot of people are like, "Oh, for me, it's all about the hunt." I don't see how. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, wasting a lot of resources running around. By the time you factor in gas and travel time and everything, you may as well have just bought it on eBay.
Yeah. So after that, I just quit going after, because I was at the same time I was also getting the Super 7 Ninja Turtles. So I was like, okay, well, what's the point of having both? Super 7 is easy to get. You just go online, you order it, when they're ready, they ship it to you. The NECA, you had to go looking for it. A couple of people found it and said, hey, I got this, you want it? And we worked it out that way. Now every time I go in Target, they got like the whole set, the whole wave, but I'm out of it now. So I don't know what wave I got up to, but I still have them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get rid of them. I like them. It's just that I don't get it anymore. No, I'm not getting any more statues. I'm kind of done with statues for a while.
Yeah.
Bills that cost of living. Yeah. Yeah, life happens.
No, we're not dipping nothing in nothing.
What's it?
An epoxy, no.
What's that?
Like a shellac.
Oh, I wish I started collecting figures as a kid, because I remember seeing G.I. Joes and vehicles for cheap.
I used to get a ton of stuff at KB when they were still around for really good prices. Oh yeah, the stuff, people like those, and they
they did real good with that.
They got Booberry coming out next.
Yeah, they did good with that. And the thing that I liked about Jada, because like I said, they had the pop style figures. It looked a lot better. It was more. It looked more like the character that they were trying to portray, unlike the pops. And they were roughly the same size, and they're die cast, and it cost about the same much. It didn't have all those exclusives and stuff, and they were easy to find. So, but they didn't go with it because it just never took off.
Yeah.
So hopefully it takes off this time.
Not really, Wildy. I have a smattering of things, and I used to have a whole collection of like sealed wax boxes of like 70s and 80s cards from Raiders of the Lost Ark, Space 1999, Kiss, all sorts of stuff like that. I don't have that stuff anymore.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That does feel so. I mean, to put it out there like that, I mean, I can see, if a family member dies and they have a collection, you're not into it, and you sell it. Seem like YouTube is so impersonal, because I know you see YouTube live sales, Facebook live sales, Instagram live sales, but that seems, I don't know. It does feel kind of weird. It feels weird if it's a family member.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's not a family member.
Maybe you don't like your family.
Or maybe you should just not say nothing. Be like, hey, I got some stuff to sell. Maybe and just leave it right there.
Didn't like Uncle Morton.
If you could go back in time and pick a year and a store to go toy shopping with you. We talked about that actually on our last live stream. We would go back to like the early 80s and pick up toys, comics, just stuff that we wish we had got then. Records, definitely records.
Hey, you could go to a comic store and buy their wall books in the early 80s and still score.
Yeah, buy all of them. And you got to have the money you have now, but in that time's money, because, like a $20 bill today don't look like a $20 bill in the 80s. But it when you get back there, it would look like that, what I mean? And you just go crazy. You just go buy everything, and then you come back and you have it. You buy like triple.
And the packaging, it'll be all pristine.
And then you send it off to CGC. You're like, how did you get a 9/8 Superman #1 action comics? What? How did you do that?
Yeah.
Like, well, my granddaddy, he read it once and then he put it in a plastic bag.
Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, see, the car of the movie, not car Kit's twin.
Car. Oh, you talking about that black
It's the
car?
one that was trying to get into the cemetery and it couldn't go past the gate.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. It's not spelled like that. That's how you spell car for Kit's brother. It's spelled that way. Did I get that? I don't know if I got that or not. I do remember. I know what you're talking about now. I don't think I got that. I don't think so. Now I remember. So I would have to look for it now. Because thank you, Robert. Let me see.
He says a lot of his stuff is Japanese imports. Oh, yeah, okay. That stuff would be, especially if it's 70s stuff, that'd be tough to replace. It'd be impossible to replace.
Oh, Custom God is here, and he used to work at KB. God.
Yeah, exactly. 60s, yeah. That'd be a good time period for that too.
But if you could go back,
stock up on Major Matt Mason.
But see, the rule is you can go back only 10 times. So you can go.
Oh, back. Now it's 10 times.
Yeah, so you can go back to different points. You can go to different points in history.
I remember
10
Starlog.
times. So you got 10 opportunities to go back in time. So then you will pick 10 different places or times to go. Or you can go back to the exact same time and just keep getting stuff from that. But you can't mess with and talk to nobody. Why do you prefer Jada car movies over Hot Wheel ones? Because Hot Wheels is too small. I don't like them. I don't like tiny figures. Like that's why I can't get into G.I. Joe and them 3 3/4. I don't like. It's too small. And with Jada, they got them small and they get up to what 118. I can't. When with Jada by 124, 118, I do have some 132s, but I won't go smaller than that. Hot Wheels, they're all tiny. You can't see them, and our eyesight bad enough. So, do you guys dream of? I do. I agree. Oh, yeah. I dream of collecting comic books.
I dream about my wife.
I'd rather spend money on toys than family members I hate.
Yeah.
The Car, yeah. That was a good movie. I like that movie. Was that Stephen King?
I don't remember.
I think it was a Stephen King movie. I think. As a kid.
Yeah, $60 at the time.
First movie. That's Hulk 181. It was $60. Wow. Yeah. See? Now if you went back, you could probably buy 10 of those. Or at least 2. Yeah. Get the almanac from the future and bet on sport.
That's like Biff did, yeah. Hey, all you really need is just to know some lottery numbers.
Well, what you do is, okay, like let's say the lottery plays today. You go back in time 3 days and play the number. Yeah, okay. You all go back 3 days, play the number, because you already been there today. 10 times, 10 different times for toy shopping. Can I do a different country? You can go anywhere, you only can go 10 times.
Go to Japan in the 70s. I would go to Japan in the 70s and get those original Popey Machinders, Jumbo Machinders. Oh, man.
I would get the original Transformers. Everything they got Transformers, I would get. Every single one. Yeah, Night Court is back with a woman. I think that woman is supposed to be his daughter.
Some nonsense.
From what I understand. Hot Wheels are much too small, and I like all the licensed Hot Wheels are nearing 10 a piece.
Yeah, they get expensive.
Yeah. I mean, they're so small, and then the price. Some of them, when you go to the store, they're like $1, but if you get the specialty ones, they're more. They got a Masters of the Universe van. It's like a regular size. I don't know. I think it's maybe a 132 or 124. I seen it once. No, I seen it twice. I would get that if I saw it. Yeah, I know. I don't even like Hulk. It's just that every time you watch a comic channel, that's all they talk about.
Nate's here.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah, Nate. We were supposed to have New 80s Revolution tonight, but he had to cancel.
Oh yeah, to anybody that's in the room.
So anybody getting refreshed here, it was supposed to be a live chat with New 80s Revolution.
Yeah.
And he had something come up and he had to cancel. So we just went ahead and did the live stream anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got That's just the tip of the iceberg with Alan.
I know.
He's got so much stuff. You don't even know where to start.
I know. We have him back. I am going to ask him to show us his Batman collection. So, Batman, Detective, Brave and the Bold, Batman and Robin, Batgirl, anything Batman related. I want to ask him to show that.
Yellow Submarine. I got a Yellow Submarine sitting right behind me.
Oh yeah.
Right. Where is it? Right there. See that?
Starts at midnight. Yeah, somebody else was saying that.
That is the Yellow Submarine lava lamp sitting on the floor there.
Yeah. But Alan, I watch his show all the time.
See if we can get him to pull any of those Golden Age ones out.
Oh, Batman's? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I
know he'll show those Golden Age Wonder Womans.
Oh, he loves Wonder Woman.
Yeah, he loves the Wonder Womans.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch his channel often, and he'll show stuff or he'll do an unboxing. You're like, dude, where did you get this stuff? Because his collection is very impressive.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
He's got stuff you don't see.
Yeah.
And he's invested a lot of time and energy into it.
Yeah. 30,000 books. Woo. Gosh.
Yeah.
He got like a store, because some stores got 30 to 60,000 books, but they're usually duplicates. But still, shoot, he has a nice collection.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
But where are you?
Are you guys getting the? Oh,
it's not in the budget.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know about that. Is
that
modern? We don't know.
I don't read or know anything about Spider-Man. I'm not a Spider-Man fan. Only thing Hot Wheels is going for is the cheap, and you can find them easily.
The traditional cars, not the novelty ones, like when they do other IPs.
Yeah. Hank wanna go back and get all of Rob vehicles he can get, and Joe's he can get. Issue 83.
I don't remember.
What's 83?
The issue number.
I know, but what's significant about that
Gwen Stacy's death.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Spider-Man. I'm not a Spider-Man fan. Mm-hmm. I would not go in time and buy anything Spider-Man.
I would.
Yeah,
you don't want to go in time and buy it and sell it?
I'll buy Amazing Fantasy 15 and sell that. I'll buy a couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy a few. Sell everyone. I want to keep any of them for myself.
Oh no, I want one.
No, I'm not. I have seen the movies though, and the movies are okay, but I'm just not in the Spider-Man. I don't want to read his comics. I don't want to see a cartoon. I don't want to watch a TV show of Spider-Man. Like I said, I have watched the movies. I think all of them except for the last one. The last movie I saw with him was with Tom Holland, and they went to Europe on a school trip.
Yeah.
That was the last one I saw, and I think one more came out since. Mm-hmm. I'm just not a fan.
I like the Spider-Man from the 70s TV special.
Mm.
And the Spider-Man from Electric Company.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I love
Electric
Batman.
Company Spider-Man's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He fought some of the stupidest villains you ever saw in your life.
He fought villains. He fought villains on Electric Company.
Yeah.
The wall. Wow. What wall?
It was the wall. It was a brick wall with legs.
If they had eBay in the 30s with modern day scale.
Yeah.
Favorite hero?
Me.
No, I love Batman. I like Batman. Mm-hmm. I like Batman. I like Spectre. I like Deadman. I like them. Those characters. That is my favorite superhero. I have a tattoo that's older than the first movie. Wow. 60s Spidey cartoon was awesome.
Oh yeah. It's really cheesy, but yeah.
Yeah. I only know of the Daredevil from Netflix. So if I say I like Daredevil, I'm talking about the one on Netflix. That's the only one I know. So I watched it on Netflix and I liked it. Think one more came out loud. 3 Spider-Man being okay. One more came out. Yeah, like I said, the last one I saw was the one when they went on the school trip. Why does there always seem to be a friendly rivalry between Batman and?
Because they're two of the Spider-Man is like the flagship of Marvel. He really is, and technically, the significance of Spider-Man was he was the first superhero to ever lose.
Oh, really? Who did he lose to?
Dr. Octopus kicked his ass.
Oh, wow.
And the villain had never been successful in a superhero story prior to that. They always lost in the end. Spider-Man lost, and everybody's like, so that's what really helped to make him so culturally significant. But he's the flagship of Marvel, just like Superman and Batman are the flagships of DC. If they didn't have Superman and Batman, they wouldn't have much. They wouldn't be able to hold it together as long as they have.
If they didn't have Batman, at least, because Batman's still going. I mean, I'm not saying that his modern day stuff is great, but he still makes stuff, and people are starting to get a little worn out with the Superman because of how they treat him.
Yeah.
Do you have any Mad Balls?
I don't have any Mad Balls. It'd be nice if I had some vintage Mad Balls, but I don't. Well, he started out with like Listerine and McDonald's commercials. Morgan Freeman, but there's a lot of familiar faces on the Electric Company if you're paying attention. Gene Wilder, and there's people that you definitely would recognize if you watched it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the little toy section at the grocery store.
$6.99 and stuff.
Yeah, for that little itty bitty tiny car. I don't know. Ms. Spider-Man. Now, the only Spider-Man book that I would buy, because I buy, I like to collect drug covers, and they have a cover with Spider-Man, and I think the person, he's like running up to the guy, and he's been using drugs, and that's on the cover. I would buy that for the cover. Would I read it? I don't know. I might, but if I was to say, oh, I'm gonna buy a Spider-Man book, it would be that one. Or any that had a drug cover, or if they had one with a suicide on the cover of a Spider-Man book, or if it's a Spider-Man team up, like they have a Spider-Man team up with Brother Voodoo. Marvel team up, and Spider-Man is on the cover. I got that one recently, not because of Spider-Man, because of Brother Voodoo. But that's the only way I would get a Spider-Man anything. It has to fit into a tight criteria. The Hulk is Marvel's second. I thought Captain America would be.
Maybe.
Because I guess I thought Captain America was like the flagship, if you want to say, because of the Captain America movies.
They made him huge again with
Iron Man.
With the replacement of or bringing him back into the films.
I believe probably make him a Robin.
Spider Robin.
Hulk smash Spidey. Oh yeah. Spider-Man is one of my top 3 Marvel, but Batman would take him out. And I think Batman could beat Superman. I honestly do. Because if you saw the one
Raw Determination,
and Batman gets sneaky on you, he'll make that kryptonite bullet. He did that in the one animated film. You remember the one animated film? And he had a contingency plan for each and every one of them because he knew he couldn't beat him. He knew it. And he told him, I know I can't beat you. So I have a plan to beat you. And if I ever had to take you out, I have a plan. And he had one for each of them. And they were all upset. And he was like, don't you have one for me? And they were like, no. He's like, you stupid.
But who was that?
Who?
That he didn't have the plan for.
He didn't have one for himself. No, he asked the Justice League, don't you have a plan for me? And they told him no. They never even thought about it, but he has. It has a Witchblades Kickstarter going on now. What does that mean?
For what? Comics?
Who is Mark?
Mark Silvestri.
Who is that?
What I always like the Superman cover where they show Superman in Africa telling him off because he couldn't feed the children. Oh no, you're talking about Lex Luthor. He's like, that's right, they're all dying and there's nothing you can do.
That was Superman and Batman. I have that book.
Yeah.
I have that book.
The Heroes for Hope.
Yeah, Heroes and X-Men. Yeah, I have that book. It is Conan. Funny. It is funny. Could defeat Batman. No. I don't believe that at all. David looking very handsome.
Johnny Sachs is here.
Hey, you looking good with your little haircut.
Oh, am I? Retro game console. Well, because I've got a lot. Oh, Fabio's here.
Mm-hmm.
Alan had, yeah, he did. Alan's got some great stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got everything. I've got what? Atari, Nintendo NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo NES. I said Nintendo NES. Nintendo 64, sorry. Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, and Wii. But if I feel like I want to play a game, I always end up either going to NES or the Sega Genesis. So I know the stuff that, like PlayStation 2 or Xbox 360's got way better graphics by comparison. But, and of course, extended storyboards and things like that. But for some reason, I default back to those two.
For some reason, I always thought that Batman was the leader of the Justice League and him and Superman would butt heads sometimes because Superman wanted to lead the Justice League. I think Superman is the leader, but Batman is the true leader.
Well, Superman knows that Batman is the planner.
Yeah. But he is like the face of Superman is the face of the Justice League, but in the background, Batman makes all the decisions.
Oh, it's almost to know if anyone had issues with vintage Ghostbusters accessories or monsters that are rubber-like, breaking down and oily. That can happen with some of that old plastic. That's why a lot of the vintage 12-inch Mego figures get that zombie heads, they call it, when the faces start turning gray. And if you ever touch them, they're very sticky.
My Ghostbuster monsters are fine. I don't have any issues with them. But then they're in the dark too. Yeah. I mean they're out, they're on display, but most of the time it's dark down here. So I think that has something to do with it too. Don't forget to hit the like button.
There's Stone Sour joining us this evening. What's your biggest grail that you ended up getting? Oh, wow. That's well, one of them for me is actually this right here.
Oh yeah, that Eagle one.
Yeah, that was a big, huge deal. Was that the Eagle one there, the 1975 Mattel Eagle one ship based on Space 1999 with the 3 figures. And there's a big story that goes with that, of course, and I did a showcase on this when I unboxed it, because someone gifted that to the channel. Lee from Canada sent this to us as a gift. And the story goes that once upon a time, way back in the 1st grade, we had Secret Santa on the bus, and Ryan, who was in the 5th grade at the time, because you're all mixed up on the bus, he picked my name. I got the bus monitor's name. Yay! The bus monitor shouldn't have even been in it, by the way, because she's not a kid. But I got the bus monitor. He got me, and he was like, "Oh, you like that Space 1999 ship I have, right? I'll just give you that." And I was like, "Great!" Bastard never gave it to me. And I never got around to getting one. And plus, they are expensive and they're hard to find complete. And Lee sent me one. And I'm like, holy crap. So, I mean, that is a fantastic grail and an amazing thing for somebody to do, to send that to us. And so I'm very grateful to Lee for that. The other big grail that I got just recently, of course, and you can't see it. It's like, yeah, you can see it right there. And that's the Terradrome.
Yeah, he's been wanting that.
Terradrome. I've been looking for one for years, complete. Didn't have to have the box, but as complete as possible, because parting it out is very difficult. You'll end up spending 3 times the value of the damn thing if you have to get it to pieces. And I came across it at a show really cheap. The guy gave me a great deal on it. And so I finally got that done. So that's a couple of grails like last year that I had acquired.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is classic. That Eagle One transporter is classic, and the figures are in there. The figures are a little rough, but they're in there.
We're watching that show right now.
It's a decent show. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's one of the shows that we're watching, because, like we said, we watch a different show every day, and we watch Space 1999, and it's not bad. I actually kind of like it.
I only have 2 Earthworm Jim figures right now. She gave them to me, actually.
Yeah,
just not too long ago.
He does have it on display, but it's in the hallway, so you can't see it from here. Yeah. My local toy shop had every Super 7. Wow.
There it is. Yeah.
Whoa.
And that, the Super 7s are not holding on right now. Oh, you wanted to know about yours. Do you any grails that you acquired in the last, I guess, in the last year? That was a big deal.
Not really. I don't really have a toy grail like all that.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, there's a couple of things, I want, but, I don't know.
Well, you got that, the Batwing.
I didn't get that last year, did I?
Was it last year?
It wasn't a grail.
It wasn't? Okay, you sure flipped out.
Yeah, I flipped out. Yeah, I mean, I saw, oh, yeah. Because, like, I don't know. I don't always think about the stuff until I see it.
Yeah.
But, right now, one thing that I do want, and I haven't looked for it for a long time. They have the Diaclone Soundwave. I would love to have that. Like I do with the Megatron, I would like to have the Diaclone Soundwave and the Diaclone Optimus Prime.
Plus you do have, she's got the Diaclone Megatron, and that's a grail. As is the not Megatron, what's the other one?
What, Soundwave?
No. Because you got the Takara Megatron also.
Yeah.
But it's not called Megatron.
No, it's called something else that starts with a D.
Yeah.
You just did a video on it.
Yeah, I showed a short of it this morning. I totally forgot what the heck he was called. It's 16 Super Destron. That's it. 16 Super Destron, which came out the year before the Megatron did.
Hank, we have it on DVD. I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
I don't know if it is.
I don't know, because I never looked.
Set, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't mind selling a higher priced item on eBay. I know I've had some issues with eBay in the past, and you can have problems, but if you stay on top of it, you
Thanks,
can get your money back.
for stopping by.
Here, I'll show you. I think that's a big grail for you.
What?
Was that those Megatrons? They're a big deal.
You should David, you should see Terradrome on YouTube. They have several Terradrome. I seen this one channel, and they had like 3 or 4 Terradomes.
Oh, they stack them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though.
That's like, wow, you got a lot.
See,
you got a lot of them.
This is the 1984 G1 Megatron. All right. So get it in there good so you can see. There's your classic G1 Megatron, right? See? 1984. 1983, the 16 Special Destron sold in Japan. So this is a tough one to get. And the package is heavier. I believe it's still die cast at this point.
Yeah.
Because Hasbro did away with die cast and they took away a lot of the accessories. See, 16 special Destron. But before that, you've got 1974 P-38 Uncle. And the box is made to be like a briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got the little handle on top. So you do this. And of course, it is die cast and it actually shoots. It shoots the little plastic pellets. You see that rack of blue pieces right here. And this is like, if I was going to pick a grail for her, it would probably be these. Because you can't try to find these.
You're going to pick my grail.
Yeah, I'm going to pick your grail for you because you're too indecisive. But man, that stuff is hard to find.
What are you guys collecting now? Right now, I'm concentrating a lot more on comics because again, I just kind of got burned out.
Yeah.
On toys. So I haven't really been looking at toys on eBay. I haven't been searching for them. Now, when I go to a toy show, I'll look at them and I'll look for things that I don't have. I don't go in with anything in particular in mind because I've done that before.
Yeah.
You never find nothing. So you just go, you look, and you say, "Oh, okay, they got this. It's at a good price. I need that." But I do actively look for comics. That's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I've stopped collecting toys altogether, even though I am kind of burned out a little bit. I haven't stopped 100% because again, if I go to a show, I'll look for it. But I haven't been actively looking online. And that's me done. David?
Yeah. I'm hoping that I can finish the Inhumanoids this year. Mm-hmm. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. I got 2 more. I got 1 carded figure and 1 boxed figure I need to complete the set. So, wow. So that's what I need. If I can, I'd like to be able to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be able to finish the Steve Scout this year because I just need 2 pieces for that too.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to find them in like unused, unplayed with condition. I need the ski mobile set and the Jeep from the Scouts to finish that. And then I need the Liquidator and I need Decompose from the Inhumanoids. I'd be happy if I could just finish those 2 lines.
My Care Bears aren't growing, Mo, but we keep it in a dry, dark place too.
But she doesn't have plush.
Oh yeah, I don't have plush. I have the action figures.
She has the action figures.
Yeah. So I mean, if they're growing, Mo, you got to ask a lot of questions. Like, is it a high humidity area? You know, are they wrapped up? You know, so it's a couple of things you got to ask for. Jet 5 versus. Now, I would like a Starscream.
The original Starscream.
Mm-hmm. I would like that. Get short Transformer collection, David.
Great short.
Great short.
Yeah. He saw the short.
Okay. And Willie is here. He had Willie. That G1 Megatron, which he still did. And hold on, I'm coming down. Uncle Tim has, I saw his.
Did you see him? Did he show him?
Well, you can see it on the shelf behind him. They're stacked up. You can see it behind him. I don't think he's ever pulled them down.
Yeah.
He'll like Gilgamesh, like any one of those Megatrons.
Yeah, they're cool.
Front sticky got.
Oh yeah. You know what's a neat one too is in the Diaclone. You know, because the Diaclone series, there are every Transformer Hasbro made is in their catalog.
Yeah,
it's in this catalog that comes in here. However, there are figures in here, and every Transformer came with a little 1 inch tall. That's like actual size. 5 points articulation action figure with magnets in their feet so that they can stand on the figures. Because the figures were die cast, not plastic. But there are figures in here that were still never made by Hasbro, and I don't think they've ever been reproduced. Like you saw the Megatron there, right? Here's the other one.
The black one?
Which was a revolver version. Look at that sucker. Die cast.
Mm-hmm.
That thing looks real in transformed mode.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's incredible looking through the catalog and saying, wow, nobody ever made this. You know? Never got around to it.
Mm-hmm. Which came first? Vehicle Voltron or the Lion Voltron?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure about the Voltron.
Was the leader while he targets masters or side characters. I guess he was just. When I got burnt, I start making Project Foam
diodes
and backgrounds for my shelves.
Oh, okay, yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. The Megatron that actually fires bullets. Define these. They wouldn't even make them. That's why they.
No, they wouldn't even do that nowadays. But yeah, any of the Takara stuff, any Japanese toys sold in Japan in the 70s, it's pulling teeth to find them intact. Oh wow!
And McDonald's that actually still had
not a ball pit, but an actual playground.
Thank you, Stone Sour, for the cat.
Helping the cat fund, helping our stray cat fund. We appreciate
cats that. Gonna get themselves thrown in the woods.
Oh no!
I can dream about toys. I can't hold them tonight. I could dream about you if I can't hold you tonight. I like that song. Oh,
what, you missed it. I do have Visionaries. I don't have much. I just got a couple, and they're packed up on the card.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah. Eric. I collect so many things. One genre is Disney dolls. I have over 50 with 10 of thousands of value, but I am no longer into them. So you sell what you move on from.
No, we just pack it up because we might want it again.
Yeah,
we might want it again someday. We were talking about that just earlier because people were asking, what do you do? It's like, yeah, if we want to pull something down or rearrange things, pack it up in a tote, and look at it a couple of years later, and when you open it, you will know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, either you'll be happy to see it again, or you'll ask yourself, why did I bother with this? And then you'll know, okay, you know what, maybe I should just go ahead and sell it. But otherwise, we hang on to it.
Mm-hmm. I don't sell nothing because everybody that sold stuff in the past always regretted and wish they had.
Yeah, we hear that all the time. From people.
They asking Eric, what else do you collect? And those Transformers are things I never knew existed, and now I wish I had them all.
Yeah, you got to look up Takara, vintage Takara 70s, and I there's no reference point for them outside of Diaclone, I think, but I call them G0. I think it's fair because they predate all the G1 stuff by a decade, literally. They predate them by 10 years.
That's the places. I think Hank is talking about the outside
playground.
I think that's what he's talking about with the old time play things, like when you had the cage and the birdie rocker thing. I think that's what he's talking about, not the play places. Our town only got one McDonald's, and they don't have a play place. They don't even want you to come inside and eat your food. What?
Yeah, Hobo's not ever going to have teeth. Poor Hobo.
He got one teeth.
He has one or two. I don't know, Kaiser. Try it and find out. I don't know, but every little bit counts, and we appreciate it. We spend a lot on taking care of the strays and taking them to the vet and getting them shots or fixed or whatever they need. Curing them. The Hobo was sick pretty bad for a while.
He's been sick on and off because he was sick like yesterday, and we gave him some medicine.
We had the medication for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, a few weeks back, he was so bad he actually had blood coming out of his eye, his tear ducts, and it's like, oh my God, we thought he was going to die, but we got him taken care of.
Yeah.
But it adds up. But so every little bit counts.
If I'm going to start collecting bots, I can see collecting Soundwave exclusively.
Yeah, because she only does like 4 of them.
Yeah, And I'm thinking of because I do like Starscream.
Starscream's funny.
Yeah, but I don't have any. But I only collect 4 because I mean I like them all, and I've seen channels where they got all of them, and they are nice.
Yeah,
but that's a lot.
It is.
And now collecting them at this time, the price is out the charts. Now, if I was to go back in time, I would get them all, and then I would have it. But I wouldn't try it now because that's just too much.
Yeah.
You have it. Is there an end to collecting?
It depends on the individual. For us, I don't think so, because there's always something else. And if you get tired, like taking a break from collecting the toys, well, we'll collect some comics. We collect DVDs. We collect vinyl records.
Yeah, it's other things. When you get tired of one, just focus on something else for a while. But don't burn yourself out. And when you feel tired, just step away. When it's starting to feel a little overwhelming, take a break. Step back. You don't have to try to keep up. And I think that's where a lot of people mess up at, is they try to keep up with everything that's coming out there. And financially, most of us can't afford all that.
Yeah.
But you focus on a little bit of things here and there. Maybe it'll come around again, maybe not. So what? Well, no, I'm not selling.
We ain't trying to sell.
I don't sell nothing.
Yeah.
And unless your wants are possible. Yeah. I've been looking for some old Takara and Kale Transformers to add to my collection. I bought a couple of Polyfex cheesy knockoffs, but they look cool. I've been looking at the knockoffs on eBay a while back because I had wanted to get the Masterpiece.
Yeah.
And every time I looked up Masterpiece, the knockouts would come up. And then the Masterpiece had this numbering system that I didn't understand. And I watched a couple of YouTube channels that were explaining all that to you. And I was like, man, this is just a bit much. So I just kind of backed off.
Yeah, the older figures do hold up better. That's why that came up on a live stream some time ago when I grabbed one of the G.I. Joes off there. Those 60s and 70s G.I. Joes still hold up. Without having restored them or anything. They're still fully functional. But new ones that fall apart on you.
Yeah, the end of collecting is when your eyes close and they put you in that ground. It is.
Then you collect worms.
The worms collect you.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
First time seeing your channel.
Hey, Sue.
Loving you both. You've got a women that love you and your stuff. God bless you both. And things you do. Okay, great. Thank you
I am very blessed. I know that.
One thing that I do when I get burnt out is that I look for ways to rearrange my collection. That's one way. It's amazing how you can rejuvenate what you already have just by moving it around. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about it before. One thing that I like to do is, because we do have a lot of things that's boxed up because we don't have space, take down a whole wall or a section and put something else in its place.
Yeah.
And then you'll get a good feeling. But you don't always have to just buy again to keep up. I mean, if you want to, but I might do like LPH, start looking on the comics, would like to start an EC
Tales.
Yeah, I want to get the reprints because I can't afford the original EC. But the reprints is fine. I got one reprint, I read it, and it was great. And it got you the same thing as the original. I pre-ordered the Transformer statues. They're going to look great with all my bots. I think you put up a picture of your Transformer collection on YouTube. Didn't you put up one? Somebody sent a picture of Transformers. I thought it was good.
How many masters do you still need? Vintage ones, carded. Do you even remember?
Well, see, that's the thing.
You need King Randor.
No, that's not how I do.
Oh.
I don't look for it like that. What it is, you can see the shelf over there, but you can't see the whole thing. It's a couple of pegs with nothing on it.
So you got gaps.
When those gaps are full, my collection is complete. I'm not, when those pegs are full, My collection is complete. I'm not running all over the earth, spending up all my money trying to find every figure. I can't afford it. So I'm not going to beat myself up like that. Now, I do want a couple of more vehicles. Like I would love to have the attack track, and I think it's two other vehicles I would like to have. Mm-hmm. The attack track plus 2 others, and that's good. I can't remember how many empty pegs. I think it's like 4 or 5 empty pegs.
Scare glow.
Won't have no scare glow because the price is too much. If I find something, because I have a list of what I do have. So if I found something that wasn't on a list and is within reason, I would get it, put it on the peg, fill up the next peg like that. But honestly, I haven't looked for a Masters figure in maybe 2 years. I haven't gone on, and like I said earlier, I haven't actively looked on YouTube, eBay, or the internet for an action figure in a while. Now, if I go to a show and I see something, I'll get it, but I don't actively look. Live stream, fell asleep halfway. Guess it was late. Felt bad, missed out. Oh, that's fine. You can always play it back. Feel about Funko Pops. I know you used to have plenty. I still got plenty of them.
Yeah, we took a sabbatical from that. They get overwhelming too. They get really overwhelming. So
it did get overwhelming, but what I did, I packed them all up, put it in the closet. Mm-hmm. Not selling anything. Not gonna sell anything. Just put it away. Every now and then, Funko will come out with something, and I will get it. I have bought some Funko recently. The Care Bears, when the Care Bears came out, I got that.
They actually sent her a chase.
No, and I got it from the Funko shop. I was so shocked. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but like before, when I would go out and actually look, no. But if something comes up, I'll look for it on Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment, or something like that, and I'll get it, or Amazon, because Amazon sells Funko also, and I'll get it like that. But I'm not into it like I was at the beginning.
Yeah,
at the beginning,
got swept up for a little while.
Yeah,
I think that happens to a lot of people when they do that, and then they stop and look around and say, "Wait a minute."
Now that's cool. Wiley said when he gets burned out, he looks for a vintage toy advertisements, promotional items, posters, and artwork. Never thought about that, but that's a good one. Sometimes don't understand all the comic slabs grading stuff. If it confuses you, then don't do it. Just get the raw book. Don't get swept up into a trend. If you want to get comics, buy it raw until you figure out something else. And then if you want to get it graded, get it graded. But don't get it graded because that's what the trend is. Everybody gets their books graded. So what? G.I. Joe all dried up. Driving suit.
I don't have that. I did have one.
Hey, Machine Man.
I did have one that was still pliable. It was still nice and soft, but I didn't.
Yeah, see, I knew he did.
Yeah, I this part of the collection I lost. I didn't put it on a figure because I didn't want to risk it, but it was still soft and it was an original orange suit. But they're tough to find, not dissolved.
You got the diver. The diver is the guy in the orange. You said
he's talking about the 12-inch.
Oh, okay.
And they had that rubber diving suit that you put on the figure.
Because I thought I saw a orange suit, but that's something else.
That's something else.
Okay. Oh yeah, the new.
Because it was a real diving suit. It was a real simulated diving suit. It was rubber, but after decades, and especially with kids putting them in the tub, a lot of them didn't hold up very well.
I don't know if I would want to see new episodes of Tales from the Crypt. It'll be like the new Twilight Zone.
Yeah, not quite the same.
I'd rather watch the old ones, find the old ones somewhere and watch that. Love this.
Robert having a good time.
I know, we've been live streaming, so now we got to take like a month and a half off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can send stuff to us if you want to.
Well, at the bottom of most of the videos, there is a P.O. box.
And then if you look in the About page, on the About page, the address is in the About page.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the About page. So. My favorite older collectibles are Sokies. You have some of those, right?
No, I don't have any Sokies. I did have. I had them with still with the cardboard on the feet too. From but that's part of the collection I lost. I just had some. I didn't have a lot, just some Warner Brothers ones. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
What it is. Yeah.
Screw Your Feelings is here.
Hey, how you doing?
Too bad HBO Max will not show Tales from the Crypt. They cut it off. That's where I used to watch it as a kid on HBO. It used to be an HBO show.
Probably some kind of franchising right issue because of all the celebrity guests they had.
But they showed the show originally, so that means they should still have the rights, right? HBO.
They may have showed it originally, but I mean, you've got the whoever produced it plus whoever aired it plus just like the problems that they had trying to get the 66 Batman shown again because every celebrity that was on it wanted their families wanted a piece of that, and it adds up fast. That's why they had trouble getting the WKRP on DVD because of the music. Anytime something like that comes up, it gets expensive fast. And that could be part of the problem because I believe they had a lot of celebrity guests.
I used to like Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show. That one, Tales from the Crypt, Freddy's Nightmare.
I used to watch Friday the 13th.
I don't remember Friday.
Canadian show, and it wasn't anything like the movie. They just called it Friday the 13th. It was the one where they had the antique shop, and
I saw that.
Pitiful.
They made
the first one wasn't good.
No, and they could have stopped right there because it was just like, wasn't it the school teacher or some lady? I don't remember. I don't remember
it's not
it
even
well
memorable
either.
To me, anyway.
No, but they're like on like six, I think, or 4 or something.
The guy who owned the antique shops was selling possessed items, and so the guy who inherited it from him when he died is in the process of tracking down everybody who bought something so you can try to get it back and put it away because it curses people.
YouTube has Tales from the Crypt's marathon. So I find a lot of shows on YouTube.
You can watch an ad every 3 minutes.
That is true.
That's the problem.
It's so many ads. It will take the win out. You just rather not see it with the amount of ads that they show. But I have found a few shows on YouTube. I like Freddy's Nightmare. A lot of people don't seem to remember it. Yeah, it didn't stay on that long, and it had nothing to do with Freddy. It was just called that.
Yeah, Hank liked the Scream movies. That's all right. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was about. I remember seeing it.
Some guy chasing people.
It wasn't a guy. It was the woman.
In the Scream outfit? I don't remember.
Tales from the Dark Side, Friday the 13th. Actually, like, although no Jason. Yeah,
no Jason.
Tales from the Dark Side, I think, was the best. Scream has only gotten worse.
Didn't like it. Sorry, see, it's one of those things.
It's like Saw. They had like 15 Saws.
There's gore porn.
I saw the first and the second one. The first one was fine. They could have ended it there. Then they made the second one. And then, I saw the second one because the first one was good. Or not good, but it was fine. And then the second one was like, I don't know about this. So I watched this horror movie called Barbarian. Very creepy film. Good stories. Probably are an impossible question, but do you guys have any idea how much just the museum is worth?
Not really.
I have no idea.
We don't keep track of that.
Don't even try.
No, that's a different channel. That's somebody else that likes to talk about the value of their collection.
But that's those people that like to talk about
how much everything is and what they paid for it, and will happily tell you.
But you got people, and it's toys and comics.
Yes.
That's all they talk about is investment and investment. And I'm like, do you enjoy collecting it all?
You enjoy collecting that paper.
What was the short 30-minute Spielberg show from the 80s. I don't remember that. That's Danny Trejo.
Yeah, I see him. Obi-Wan with a J.
Mm-hmm.
I know the show he's talking about. I can't think of it.
I don't remember that. But yeah, I look at a bunch of channels and all they talk about is the investment and the return on your dollar. Should you buy this? It's not going to be worth anything in 2 years. And when I buy stuff, toys and comics, I'm buying it because I like it. I have no interest in selling anything. So I don't buy it with the thought that in 5 years, okay, I paid $5 for this. In 5 years, it's not going to be worth 50 cents. No, I like it now when it came out for $5. I'm going to like it in 5 years when it costs 50 cents, when it's worth 50 cents.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When people talk like that, it makes me wonder. Kind of turn me off, but it makes me wonder. Look up the Merkins on YouTube. Freddie, Jason, Leatherface, Pinhead, etc., singing pop music about killing this. Amazing Stories was good. Right. Yeah, I like the one with the old lady. The old black lady went to go take care of those kids. It was some bad kids, and she went to babysit. And they thought she was a witch because they tried to do all of these pranks on her, and it didn't work. And when the family came back home, they were like, "Oh, I thought they'd kill you by now." Is Hellraiser a good movie? I saw Hellraiser when it came out in the 80s.
That's another one with unnecessary sequels.
Yeah, it's similar to all the others that came out during that time. Pumpkinhead, Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers. It's all the same after a while. Hostel made me want to cry. Just scary, just sad. Sort of shocked me as a horror movie. Bunch of tourists drugged to get the body parts for sale. Shocked and scary. Actually happened very crazy. Scary. Amazing Stories. Yeah, Amazing Stories. I like that show. It was a movie, I think, not an actual TV show.
Amazing Stories. It was a show.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I used to watch
it. It was a TV show back in the 80s.
Anyway.
I believe it was back in the 80s.
Okay.
But anyways, so what time is it? We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this evening. Sorry again that New 80s could not join us this evening. We had scheduled it and I was looking forward to it, but things happen.
But we had a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time talking to some of our friends there that watched the program. We appreciate it. And we're going to I still have a couple of people I'm talking to that we can do a collaboration with. So hopefully we can get something going here maybe next week.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys again soon.